Is the $550 Chase Sapphire Reserve actually worth it anymore? And is it even worth considering to be a part of your credit card arsenal in 2023? In this video, I'll be going over my experience with having the Chase Sapphire Reserve for over 6 years, pretty much since the first day it came out. Also, why I've kept this card for so long and what you may want to consider. And finally, how many points I earned last year. Having this card since its initial launch in 2016, when it first came out, its annual fee was $450. And apart from this, it was my favorite card, hands down, period. I used to tell random people after striking up some conversation how amazing this card was, as if I was a #1 Chase Bank ambassador. And after the unsolicited credit card advice, I tell them by the end of that combo that basically the Chase Sapphire Reserve needs a place in your wallet. When it first launched, it came out with a 100,000 points bonus, which shook the whole credit card industry. Today it offers 60,000 points, which can easily be redeemed for $600 to $900 in value and a lot more depending on your redemption. Your spending multiplier is going to be 3x on restaurants as well as dining, 5x on flights booked through Chase's Ultimate Rewards portal, which is essentially their internal travel portal. And for booking cars as well as hotels, you're going to get 10x. The annual fee is $550, yet you get a super flexible $300 travel credit each and every year, which effectively gives us our annual fee of $250. With this card, you also get some premium travel benefits as well as travel and purchase coverage. Whether it was a Chase Sapphire Reserve or a lot of other credit cards I got in the very beginning, I used to be super particular about the break-even value. Essentially, if there's an annual fee involved, how much do I need to spend to break even on that amount? With the Chase Sapphire Reserve's annual fee being $550, doing the math, this is what the numbers look like, assuming you have an effective annual fee of $250 because of that travel credit. If you're using this card primarily for travel as well as dining and getting that 3x, if you take $250 and let's say you're using those points in just that minimum case of 1 penny per point, which means that 3% earn you're getting will be redeemed for 3% cash back. Doing the math, if you take $250 divided by 3%, you're looking at $8,333.33 in a year that you gotta spend. And dividing that by 12, you're looking at around $695 per month that would need to be spent on travel/dining to break even on this card. This is assuming you don't value any of the other perks and otherwise it's strictly financial. On the flip side, if you're looking at that redemption for points through their portal, you actually get a 50% multiplier, so that 3% you would get by redeeming those 3x points for every dollar spent. It's almost as if you're getting 4.5% cash back. Like this, the math turns out to be around $463 per month, and that sub 500 region is still something for me that it's very comfortable for me to spend on the Chase Sapphire Reserve on travel and dining purchases if I were to put that spend on this card. When this card first came out, the whole 2% cash back where you can get on each and every purchase like we have today with a lot of no annual fee cards, that was more or less non-existent. I'm mentioning this because it was that big of a deal to be getting 3x on each and every purchase for travel and dining, and they weren't just points within their Chase's ecosystem. It was pretty much points that could also be transferred to travel partners. Not just any partners, but some key players such as Hyatt as well as Korean Air, which is discontinued at this time. But here's a quick example. Let's say one way from Atlanta to Korea would be $750. Multiplying that by 2 for a round trip, it's roughly $1,500. Now with points, one way would be 25,000 miles at the time, hence a round trip would be 50,000 miles. If you look at the numbers, you're getting $1,500 in value, in other words 150,000 cents, divided by a redemption for 50,000 points. Mathematically, that's 3 cents per point. Hence, when you're getting that 3x for travel or dining, it's as if you're getting 9% cash back. Although Korean Air is discontinued as a partner with Chase, you still have Hyatt, which is a supremely strong partner. I'll get into Hyatt specific math later on in the video, yet at the same time, I'm still looking forward to getting the pure Hyatt credit card or the Hyatt business version, and one fine day I will, and I'll make a video when I eventually get that card. Chase isn't the only one with Hyatt as a partner. Today you have the Built MasterCard by Wells Fargo, and Hyatt's a partner with them as well. That card has no annual fee, 3x on earn spent on dining, so the question comes back to, is the $550 Chase Sapphire Reserve still worth it? Whether it's cash back, whether you're booking travel through the portal, or you're using cases like this, like transferring to partners, it's coming to that fact of, do you really need this card if so many benefits are provided through cards with lesser annual fees or no annual fees? Here's my justification today. For me, I'm getting full value of this credit, hence giving that effective annual fee of $250. This means I'm basically looking at it as, am I getting $250 or more in value with the Chase Sapphire Reserve? For me, I have a AAA membership, which is essentially a membership, if you're unaware, it costs around $150 for a top tier kind of membership. It's not about the level, it's about what it provides. And let's say you're getting towed with the base membership, they may tow you 5 miles. And then you got to pay some incremental cost, I assume, per mile. But with this membership, you basically have up to 100 miles towing one way. Hence, for me, I have that more security type of feeling for myself or anyone else that it's in my circle, such that it's well worth it to pay this extra amount than the base amount, which is more than that $60 or $70 to my knowledge at the time of this recording. I'm mentioning this because even though we're in the digital world we are, whenever there's a AAA service that's done, they don't usually ask, but they usually say, hey, have your AAA membership card ready. And in a recent situation, I parked my car for X amount of time for multiple days and the battery ran out, and also my tire was losing air. And lo and behold, I didn't have my AAA membership card. Hence, one of the perks of the Chase Sapphire Reserve basically saved my. With the CSR, you get Lift Pink for 2 years complimentary, and in year 3, it'd be billed at 50% the normal rate, which is $200 per year at this current time. With Lift Pink, you get 4 times roadside assistances. So if you see where this is going, in lieu of my AAA membership, essentially Lift Pink was able to take care of my actual situation. And that too with the confidence of, okay, this actually works. The Chase Trifecta is essentially a group of Chase credit cards where you can combine points that you're earning on other Chase cards with, for example, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. By combining these points with the CSR, you're able to transfer your points out to partners, yet at the same time, if you're redeeming those points on the portal, then you're going to get that extra value of that 50% multiplier as well. So a quick example would be having the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Chase Freedom Flex, as well as the Chase Sapphire Reserve. The Preferred has a $95 annual fee versus the CSR having a $550 annual fee. They're more or less very similar cards, except you're getting more benefits like Priority Pass with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And overall, you're also getting a $50 travel credit specifically for hotel spend made through the portal. So that $95 Chase Sapphire Preferred annual fee goes down to $45 effectively. This can be its own video. You get really quick. Let's say you have a Chase Quadfecta. That could be maybe having a Chase Inc. Cash Unlimited business credit card or the Chase Freedom Unlimited business version of that same card. So there's a way to have, let's say, multiple Chase cards or multiple of the same depending on how you play it. For example, I have 3 Chase Freedom Flexes where that's not really considered as a trifecta or quadfecta, but to me, it's just more of that Chase ecosystem all in such a way to get more Chase points. Coming to how many points I earned last year, it looks like this. You've earned 29,269 Chase Ultimate Reward points since February of 2022. And they're worth $439.04, aka with that 50% multiplier on the Ultimate Rewards portal any given time when I'm booking travel. Here's the deal. To me, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Amex Platinum, the Capital One Venture X, they're all these premium, kind of higher annual fee credit cards. Yet, because I'm, let's say, breaking even on the actual amount of spend that's needed to be done to uphold this, but I'm also getting value through all the benefits. Even though there's duplicative benefits on each of these cards, the overall picture is that this many points, let's say I'm transferring to a partner like Hyatt. With the Simple Hyatt redemption, let's say I'm getting a $100 hotel night for 5,000 points. With almost 30,000 points earned last year, that's around $600 in value. More than this, it's not like these points were earned strictly through dining and travel spend. They could be earned through increased multipliers through the portal if you're shopping through certain merchants, for example. Also, you get 10x on Lyft purchases for a promotional period of time, which means also that let's say you're spending $100, that's actually 1,000 points just right there. Overall, I'll keep the Chase Sapphire Reserve going forward. And apart from this YouTube channel, even if I'm getting one referral, not just for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but even the Freedom Flex or the Freedom Unlimited, that's 10,000 Ultimate Reward points. That essentially itself is like $150 worth of travel through the portal, hence eats heavily into that effective annual fee of $250, so it's not really hard to break even depending on which way you're looking at it. With all that being said, another beast of a card is the Amex Platinum with $695 as annual fee. Check that video over here, see what I think about it, see how I justify it. With that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.